Page 141, concerning the holy things, chapter 22. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, 2. Say to Aaron and to his sons, that they may keep themselves separate from the holy things of the children of Israel, that they may not profane my holy name in those things which they hallow to me. I am the Lord. Say to them, whosoever be of all your descendants throughout your generations who approaches to the holy things which the children of Israel hallow to the Lord, while he is unclean, that person shall be cut off from my presence. I am the Lord. For any man of the descendants of Aaron who is a leper or has a discharge, he shall not eat of the holy things until he is clean. And whosoever touches anything that is unclean through contact with the dead, or a man who has an emission of semen. 5. Whoever touches any creeping thing whereby he may be made unclean, or a man of whom he may take uncleanness, whatever uncleanness he has. 6. Any person who touches him shall be unclean until evening, and they shall not eat of the holy things, unless he has bathed his body in water. 7. And when the sun is down, he shall be clean, and shall afterward eat of the holy things, because it is his food. 9. They shall therefore keep my ordinances, lest they bear sins for it, and die because of them. If they had profaned themselves, I am the Lord, who sanctifies them. 10. They shall not alienate of the holy things. A sojourner of the priest or a hired servant shall not eat of the holy thing. 11. But if a priest buys any person with his money, he shall eat of his food, and those that are born in his house shall eat of his food. 12. If a priest's daughter is married to a stranger, or not of the priestly tribe, she also may not eat of an offering of the holy things. 13. But if a priest's daughter has become a widow or is divorced and has no children, and shall return to her father's house as in her youth, she Page 141, Sacrifices and Feasts. She shall eat of her father's food, but no stranger shall eat of it. 14. And if a man eats of the holy thing unwittingly, then he shall add a fifth part thereof to it, and shall give it to the priest with the holy thing. 15. And the children of Israel shall not profane the holy things which they offer to the Lord. 16. And thus shall offer for the iniquity and sins when they eat of their holy things from the Lord who sanctifies them. 17. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, 18. Speak to Aaron and to his sons and to all the children of Israel, and say to them, any one of the house of Israel and of the proselytes who dwell in Israel, that will offer his offering with all their vows and for all their freewill offerings which they offer to the Lord for a burnt offering. 19. You shall offer acceptable ones, a male without blemish, of the herds or of the lambs or of the goats. 20. But whosoever has a blemish, that you shall not offer, for it shall not be acceptable for you. 21. And whosoever offers a sacrifice of peace offering to the Lord, to fulfill his vow or a freewill offering, from oxen or from goats, it shall be perfect to be accepted. There shall be no blemish in it. 22. Any blind animal or broken or scabbed or maimed or scurvy, you shall not offer to the Lord, nor make an offering by fire of them upon the altar of the Lord. 23. A bullock or a lamb which has an ear or a tail cut off, you may offer for a freewill offering, but for a vow it will not be accepted. 24. You shall not offer to the Lord that which is bruised, cut off, or broken, or you shall make offerings, neither shall you make offerings in your land. 25. Neither from a stranger's hand shall you offer the bread of your God of any of these, because they are corrupt and there is a blemish in them. They shall not be accepted from you. 26. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, 27. When a bullock or a lamb or a goat is born, it shall remain 7 days with its dam, and from the 8th day on it shall be accepted for an offering made by fire to the Lord. 28. And whether it be a cow or a sheep, you shall not slaughter it, and its young both in one day. 29. And when you will offer a sacrifice of thanksgiving to the Lord, you shall offer it in an acceptable manner. 30. On the same day it shall be eaten up, you shall leave none of it until morning. I am the Lord. 31. Therefore you shall keep my commandments and do them. I am the Lord. 32. Neither shall you profane my holy name, which is holy among the children of Israel. I am the Lord who sanctifies you. 33. Who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am the Lord. (23) And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, 2. Speak to the children of Israel, and say to them concerning the feasts of the Lord, which you shall proclaim to be holy convocations. These are my feasts. 3. 6 days you shall do work, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest. It shall be holy to the Lord. You shall do no work thereon. It is a Sabbath to the Lord in all your dwellings. 4. These are the feasts of the Lord, even the holy convocations, which you shall proclaim in these seasons. 5. On the 14th day of the first month at evening is the Lord's Passover. 6. And on the 15th day of the same month is the feast of the unleavened bread to the Lord. For 7 days you must eat unleavened bread. 7. On the first day you shall have a holy convocation. You shall do no manner of work thereon. 8. But you shall offer an offering made by fire to the Lord 7 days, and on the 7th day is a holy convocation. You shall do no manner of work thereon. Page 143, Day of Atonement. 9. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, 10. Speak to the children of Israel, and say to them, when you come into the land which I give to you, and you shall reap the harvest thereof, then you shall bring a sheaf of the first fruits of your harvest to the priest. 11. And he shall wave the sheaf before the Lord to be accepted for you. On the morrow the priest shall wave it. 12. You shall offer that day, when you wave the sheaf, a male lamb of the first year without blemish, for a burnt offering to the Lord. 13. And its meal offering shall be 2/10 of an ephah of fine flour mixed with oil, an offering made by fire to the Lord, for a sweet savour. And the drink offering thereof shall be of wine, 1/4 part of a hin. 14. And you shall eat neither bread, nor parched wheat, nor grass ears, until that same day, until the day when you have brought an offering to your God. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations in all your dwellings. 15. And you shall count to you the morrow, that is, from the day that you brought the sheaf of the wave offering. 7 Sabbaths shall be complete. 16. Even to the morrow after the 7th Sabbath, you shall count 50 days. And you shall offer a meal offering of new wheat to the Lord. 17. You shall bring out of your dwellings 2 wafer loaves of 2/10 of an ephah. They shall be of fine flour. They shall be baked with leaven. They are the first fruits of the Lord. 18. And you shall offer with the bread 7 lambs without blemish of the first year, and 1 bullock and 2 rams. They shall be for a burnt offering to the Lord, with their meal offering and their drink offering made by fire, an offering for a sweet savour to the Lord. 19. Then you shall sacrifice 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering, and 2 lambs of the first year for a sacrifice of peace offering. And the priest shall wave them with the bread of the first fruits for a wave offering before the Lord with the 2 lambs. They shall be holy before the Lord for the priest. 21. And then you shall proclaim on the same day, that it may be a holy convocation to you. You shall do no manner of work thereon. It shall be a statute forever in all your generation, in all your dwellings throughout your generations. 22. And when you reap the harvest in your land, you shall not reap your fields to the very corners, neither shall you gather any gleaning of your harvest, but you shall leave them to the poor and to the proselytes. I am the Lord your God. 23. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, 24. Speak to the children of Israel, and say to them, the 7th month, on the first day of the month, shall be a day of rest, and a memorial of blowing trumpets, a holy convocation. 25. You shall do no manner of work thereon, but you shall offer an offering by fire to the Lord. 26. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, 27. Speak to the children of Israel, and say to them also, the 10th day of the 7th month is the day of atonement. It is a day, it shall be a holy convocation to you, and you shall humble yourselves and offer an offering made by fire to the Lord. 28. And you shall do no work on this same day, for it is a day of atonement, to make atonement for you before the Lord your God. 29. For whatever person it be who does not humble himself on this same day, he shall be cut off from among his people. 30. And whatever person it be who does any work on this same day, that person I will destroy from among his people. You shall do no manner of work, it shall be a statute forever throughout your generations in all your dwellings. 32. It is the Sabbath of Sabbaths to you, and you shall humble yourselves. But 144, feasts and Sabbaths. You shall humble yourselves on the 9th day of the month, at evening. From evening to evening you shall keep your Sabbaths. 33. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, and say to them, On the 15th day of this 7th month you shall keep the Feast of Tabernacles for 7 days to the Lord. 35. The first day shall be a holy convocation for you. You shall do no manner of work thereon. 36. 7 days you shall offer an offering made by fire to the Lord. The 8th day shall be a holy convocation to you, and you shall offer an offering made by fire to the Lord, and you shall be assembled together, and you shall do no manner of work thereon. 37. These are the feasts of the Lord, which you shall proclaim to be holy convocations, to offer on them offerings made by fire to the Lord, burnt offerings and a meal offering, and drink offerings and sacrifices. It is due on each day, as it is due on each day. 38. Beside the Sabbaths of the Lord, and besides your offerings, and besides your gifts, and besides all your vows, and besides all your freewill offerings, which you give to the Lord. 39. But on the 15th day of the 7th month, when you have gathered in the produce of the land, you shall celebrate a feast to the Lord for 7 days. On the first day shall be a suspension of labor, and on the 8th day shall be a solemn rest. And you shall take for yourselves on the first day the fruits of goodly trees, citron, branches of palm trees, myrtle, and willows of the brook. And you shall rejoice before the Lord your God 7 days, all the people of the house of Israel. And you shall keep this feast to the Lord 7 days in the year. It is a statute forever throughout your generations. You shall celebrate it in the 7th month. 42. You shall dwell in the huts 7 days. All the house of Israel shall dwell in huts, that your generations may know that I made the children of Israel to dwell in huts when I brought them out of the land of Egypt, for I am the Lord your God. 44. And Moses declared to the children of Israel the feasts of the Lord. Chapter 24. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, to command the children of Israel to bring to you pure olive oil beaten, to cause the lamps to burn continually. 3. Outside the veil of the testimony in the tabernacle of the congregation shall Aaron set them in order from the evening to the morning before the Lord continually. It is a statute forever throughout your generations. 4. You shall set the lamps in order upon the large candlestick before the Lord continually. 5. And you shall take fine flour and bake 12 cakes of it. 2/10 of an ephah shall be in each cake. 6. And you shall set them in order in 2 rows. In 2 rows, 6 in a row, upon the pure table before the Lord. 7. And you shall put pure frankincense upon each row before the Lord, that it may be on the bread for a memorial, even an offering made by fire to the Lord. 8. On the Sabbath day Aaron shall set them in order before the Lord, continually as a gift from the children of Israel, for an everlasting covenant. 9. And it shall be Aaron's and his sons, and they shall eat it in a holy place, for it is a most holy to him. of the offering of the Lord made by fire by perpetual statute. 10. And the son of an Israelite woman, whose father was an Egyptian, went out among the children of Israel, and this son of the Israelite woman and a man of Israel quarreled in the camp. 11. And the Israelite woman's son blasphemed the name of the Lord and cursed it, and they brought him to Moses, and his mother's name was She'elomith, the daughter of Dibri, of the tribe of Dan. No, 145, the year of Jubilee. And they put him in prison till the Lord's decision might be made known to them. 13. And the Lord spoke to Moses and said to him, Bring outside the camp him who has cursed, and let all who heard him lay their hands upon his head, and let all the congregation stone him. And you shall speak to the children of Israel, saying, Whosoever curses God shall suffer for his sin. 16. And he who blasphemes the name of the Lord shall surely be put to death, and all the congregation shall surely stone him, the proselyte as well as the Israelite. When he blasphemes my name, shall be put to death. 17. And he who kills any man shall surely be put to death. 18. And he who kills a beast shall make it good, beast for beast. 19. If a man causes a blemish in his neighbor, as he has done, so shall it be done to him. 20. Wound for wound, eye for eye, tooth for tooth. As he has caused a blemish in his neighbor, so shall it be done to him. 21. And he who kills a beast shall restore it, and he who kills a man shall be put to death. 22. You shall have one manner of justice. As for a proselyte, so for an Israelite, for I am the Lord your God. 23. And Moses spoke to the children of Israel, and they brought forth him who had cursed outside the camp, and stoned him with stones, and he died. And the children of Israel did as the Lord commanded Moses.